What's going on, YouTube? What's going on, YouTube? In today's video, I will be talking about a particular dating experience that I had in regards to, two women. It's two women, right? And of course, the brother right here, the brother Day, he gonna ping off, once I get into the story, he's gonna ping off, share his insight on the situation, man, and we gonna proceed to go on. But go ahead, I guess you want to give a brief introduction to the
introduction. It's Day. Me and Dalan, we come together, collab. We gonna hopefully, if it's in the Most High will, the channel will go up. We gonna try to give y'all advice. And if it sound good, hopefully y'all mess with us. And we just gonna build this community up. We trying to have like a real community where he give his insights, I give my insights, and this we obviously looking for y'all insights. Don't be scared to leave a comment. We want to hear what y'all got to say. This is a community, so yeah. That's how I feel.
So with that being said, y'all, I'm gonna get right into the story, right? Oh wait, let me keep this right here, just in case. Just in case the brother got some insight. But okay, let's get right into the story, right? So, I'm a polygamous man, and I'm getting hot.
I second that.
And the brother's also,
that.
So with that being said, I have, currently one wife, but I was in a courtmanship with other women.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, it was this girl named, I'm just gonna call her Jay. It was this girl named Jay. She was very attractive, dark-skinned sister. Now let me unplug this. She was a like brown-skinned sister, very fit, nice body, very nice face, and I wanted to get to know the sister. So with that being said, we proceeded. I let her know off the gate.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Not to interrupt you.
Go ahead.
Where we meet Jay?
Oh,
Jay. Let us know where we met Jay. Yeah.
So Jay. Okay. So Jay, I used to go to school with Jay. Right. So by me, I used to go to school with Jay. It was pretty easy to access her.
Okay.
And she would always post on her story, I'm single.
Okay. So it was already some rapport already between y'all two. Some y'all familiar with each other. So it's like
I'm gonna say she's familiar with me.
Okay.
I wasn't familiar with her at that time because she wasn't as attractive as she was now.
Hey, that's an honest brother. That's an honest brother. In past times you wasn't attracted to her, and then you grow, become more mature, and then we look for certain things, and certain things, become more attractive.
I mean, but I'm not gonna lie, as if it was like a mentality thing.
She had a glow up. Sister had a glow up.
The sister had a glow up.
Hey.
So
that's a beautiful thing.
I'll be honest.
That's a beautiful thing. She had a glow up.
The sister glowed up, She, like I said, she started taking her gym, she started taking her body serious. And, I was attracted to her.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, we proceeded, like I said, I opened the conversation up by letting her know I believe in polygyny. I have a wife. Mm-hmm. And, she followed up with questions, of course. Sister followed up with questions. So with that being said, but wait. Let me introduce another sister.
Another sister. Okay. You introducing another sister to the mix?
We just gonna call her D.
D? Okay.
Gonna call her D.
Okay, D.
And
so with D?
With D specifically, me and D was friends.
Okay.
Me and D was friends. Now sister a bit, she was cool.
She's cool. What made her cool?
The sister was cool in regards to her personality, but as far as physical attraction, it wasn't there for me.
With D either?
With D. No, but with J, the physical attraction was there. But with D, it was not there.
So, okay.
So, with that being said, I started talking to D before I started talking to J. So with D, D had a very good spirit. She had a very good, hey, I cook for you, woody woo this, that. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I never looked at her in the sense of me wanting to take her in a romantic sense. So I never told her I believed in polygyny.
Okay, so what I'm gathering is you was talking to D, and then you end up talking to J after. And when you was talking to D, you gave it a chance, but you didn't really see it going anywhere further. So you didn't reveal too too much, in-depth information about you.
Yeah, and
okay.
I pretty much left her on, I pretty much left her like on scene, basically.
On scene, okay.
Okay. It was cause she gave it, she gave the prerogative on my end in regards to me sending her the invitation to come over. So, I wasn't in no, really, like I said, the attraction wasn't there. So, I didn't.
It happened.
Yeah,
hey, if it don't happen, it don't happen. And, hey, you can't blame nobody. Hey, the attraction not there, it's not there. But okay, all right, we got the context. Okay, so now what happened next with Jay?
With Jay, like I said, Jay would try to act. Jay would act. She would act in a certain manner in regards to. She would act like, oh, I don't really want you. But it didn't really make no sense to me because me and you would always conversate. Anytime I text you, you would text me back. So that doesn't really look like you don't want me. If you keep talking to me, you keep showing me time and attention.
Okay, so her words were far from her actions.
Facts.
They spoke two different languages. Out her mouth she say yes, but her action is, 2 minutes after you send that text, she hit that reply.
She doing it.
Okay. So she was just playing that little cat and mouse game, Okay.
And just to feed onto your point, she would be like, I remember she would like, I text her like, probably like, hit her up randomly, and she would be like, go text your wife.
Come on, Jay.
And I would have to, hey, I'm talking to you right now.
Exactly.
Don't do that. And she respected it.
Yeah. I like to interject. That's a very important thing that you got to establish, because honestly, it's like what me and you got going on, they ain't got to do with nobody else except what me and you got going on, respectfully. So it's like, you shouldn't be occupied about another individual, another woman, because that don't pertain to you. You should be, focused on our relationship. Is our relationship good? Are you in good standings with me? Am I in good standings with you? How are we going to progress this relationship? How are we going to further learn each other? How are we going to, just, get to know each other? What we going to build? Is this something that we can actually, see a future with? That should be your main, focus, and I say you definitely did say what you had to say, and that was much needed, because honestly, if you don't check that, there's always going to be an issue in the relationship. She's always going to feel comfortable bringing up another person.
Exactly.
And that's just not what we're going to do.
So that's why it's very important to establish boundaries at the start of any relationship. That's why pertaining to Jay, I was very open and honest with her, because I'm like, okay, she passed the looks, and it's not like mind you, like, of course every brother got his type. Yeah. But I seen, Jay looking good. And the sister, and here's the thing, the sister have always had a very humble and low spirit. So I also kept that in the back of my mind. But at the end of the day, of course, people can change, people can be influenced, but we ain't gonna get too much on that. We gonna proceed with the story.
Okay. Exactly. All right, so go ahead, continue with the story.
Go ahead. So with that being said, y'all. So with that being said, y'all, me and Jay, we would hit each other up here and there. It would be, the sister trying to, like I said, she's trying to play hard to get, as if she's not she's not interested. And I seen the game from a mile away. I said, that's fine. I'm like, okay, I'm eventually going to, get past that wall she's trying to put up. This is a very nice, soft girl. I'm like, I said, hey, I'm going to get through this eventually. And it's not like, oh, you're chasing her. No, I just understood that, how she would act. It wasn't genuinely her. It wasn't genuinely how she felt about me, right? If she, like I said, if she had some type of disdain for the way I moved as a man, she would have been blocked me. She would have never kept entertaining me. So with that being said, me and her would talk here and there, woody woo, and pretty much it was one day, right? One day came, a very, particular day came up, right? In this day, I hit the sister up. I said, no, what you got going on, Jay? What you got going on? She was like, I'm pretty much free. I'm pretty much free after. She said I'm pretty much free after 5 p.m. That's when the sister get off work. So with that being said, I'm like, okay. So I told her, come through. We can spend time. Now mind you, funny thing about it is, I'm not even thinking like, oh, I want to have sex with her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. I'm genuinely. I mean, of course, okay, I know that can happen, but that's not something that I'm like. That's not the goal.
Right. That's the yeah. We grown, so it's like we know two people. They have interest in each other. They attracted to each other. We know where that leads. So it ain't gotta be really discussed. It ain't gotta be really a topic of conversation, and it don't have to be on the forefront of your mind because that's always gonna be there if y'all are attracted to each other. So it's always gonna be there. So you don't have to focus on that. So what should your focus be? Getting to know
Exactly.
Jay, that's what it sounds like. That's what you was intending.
Exactly. But here's what's the pushback that the sister gave me.
What's that?
The pushback was, no, I'm not coming over no man house. I just met Jay. First of all, Jay.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, what do you like? And this is what I had to ask her since I said, Jay, who do you think I am?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what type of man do you think I am?
So, how's the way did she say it? Did she say it in the sense of, did she think you were intending to do something else, or was?
I'm be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I literally, with me knowing how she's thinking, I did not want to bring up sex at all. I literally, I didn't want to bring up. I didn't want to like have no conversation about it. Like she just simply gave me, hey, I just don't want to come over, a man's house. I just met. So, okay, Jay, but here's what you also have to remember, y'all. She said at any time past 5 p.m., I'm free. That means if I set up there and said, come at 10 p.m., come at 2 a.m., come at 12 p.m.
I see.
I
see the contradiction.
Come on.
It's like you she was the one that initiated this how would you say it? This terms of condition after 5 p.m.
Yeah.
She established the terms of condition. 5 p.m. hit me up at any time.
Facts.
You hit her up at around
probably like around like where when I told her to come over.
Yeah.
Probably around that time. Around that time.
Okay, so you call her over at let's just say 5:30.
Yeah.
It's still light outside.
Facts.
So, we get to give you a few points in the sense of you ain't want to call her over the late night because we know what happens at late night. Like when it's dark time, you definitely could have went that route and would have like, okay, 10 p.m., 11 p.m., slide. Yeah. Okay, now your intentions might be a little bit more clear on what you want.
Yeah.
But if you hear her up at 5:30, it's daytime. Not saying nothing can't pop off in the daytime. Not saying that. But listen, I'm just saying this lets you know that your intentions wasn't steered towards that way.
Exactly.
You was kind of coming from an angle of, okay, shit, let's vibe, let's chill.
Yeah,
it's midday,
like,
I got free time. I got time off. You talking about you got free time after 5 p.m. Shit, what's up? I'm trying to, spend time with you.
Facts.
Yeah, that's it. I'm not hearing nothing necessarily wrong with your end. But yeah, after you end up telling Jay, what type of man you think I am, what was her response? I'm a little curious.
Well, she was just like I said. I asked her, Jay, like, what type of man do you say? Like, what type of man do you take me for? I asked her like, okay, what type of man do you take me for, Jay? I have my intention is purely just, for us to, have just a calm and cool, interaction with each other, I can understand how, my presentation could be a bit, not clear, I guess, in the sense of, and what I mean by that is, typically men that do tell you, come over to the crib first time, a man trying to get something, he trying to get something. Like,
yeah, we can't be naive to that fact.
Yeah,
can't be naive to that fact. That is something that, there's a lot of men that would do. But that was on her part an assumption.
That most definitely.
It was an assumption.
Most definitely.
It was an assumption. So it's like we gotta give it a give or take. It's a give and take. Like, yeah, I can see how you could come to that conclusion if you thought that I was that type of man or that type of individual. But considering the context, it's 5 p.m. You said after 5 p.m., it's 5:30, it's still daylight outside, And the things of my intentions, you really came to an assumption, which is not fair.
Okay, so briefly, I just wanted to pull up like the verbatim.
Verbatim receipts.
Verbatim, like I just wanted to pull it up.
Okay,
verbatim.
He don't want to get nothing wrong.
I want to get nothing wrong. Okay. So I asked her. I said, "Real question is, who do you think I am?" Then I put her name. I said, "Are you going to allow me to show you the direction I established this relationship with you in?" I know. That lets you know your intention. So she said, because
you was looking to talk. That's what that sound like. That sound like.
And then, but her response was, because asking me to come over to come to your house is totally inappropriate. I said, bruh. So my follow up was, what? I said, what's inappropriate about us watching something, talking about me and you? That sounds perfect to me. She said, at any time you can interject. She said, I'm not going to a nigga's house I barely know. That might work for someone who doesn't have standards. Plus, you be in my homegirl's DM. So
where does homegirl come from?
So no, thank you.
Okay. Go
ahead.
Yeah, it's a lot. Few things to address. First being, she can have standards. She can definitely have standards. No one's saying that you cannot have standards. If her standard is she don't go over to a man's house on the first date, then she has to let that standard be known. Mm-hmm. She can't just say hit me up and then she's laying out terms and conditions, but in her mind, she's not letting it be known to the other party that's involved that this is the things that she expects. So it's like, if from your perspective, you coming from with intention to just, like you said, watch a movie, we talk and chill, and we talk about me and you. We gonna talk about me and you. That's what I'm trying to talk about.
And wait, let me just interject just momentarily.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, mind you, right? I already have a first wife, right? And my intentions behind these women is not just purely sexual lust or desire. Any woman that I have to lay down with, I mean, not have to lay down, but any woman that I lay down with, it's an obligation, right? There's an obligation that's a second or just more responsibilities in which I have to embody to take on. So I'm not hasty at all to lay down with this woman. At all. I just wanted to put that out there so they could get a brief understanding on why I'm not hasty to lay down with this.
Right. That's important context to know, because with that context being, explained, then you will see how her conclusion is the error in it. You can see how she really jumped to conclusions. And that's the thing with y'all being in person, you could have laid that foundation out. She would have gave her that understanding.
And you know what? Just to add to your point, let me just pull up what I said next, because she said, plus you've been talking to my homegirl. How long you known that?
Wow.
How long you known that? How long you know I've been talking to your homegirl?
And you still talking to me.
Exactly.
You still talking to me. And you only brought it up after I told you to come to my crib.
Exactly.
So it was like,
so what were your intentions?
Well, right. What were your intentions?
What was your intention?
Were you being genuine?
I don't think so.
Mm.
I don't think so. Because how long have you known I've been talking to your homegirl, and why did you literally just told me you're free at any time at 5 p.m. Now it's a problem that I'm talking to your homegirl? What?
Right. I want to know what the relevance of her bringing that up. What was the relevance? Why was that important for her to bring up? If she's obviously showed interest,
Facts.
and then she obviously said she's free after 5, so she has intentions to see you. So what was relevant about this? Sounds like Jay playing games.
Exactly, right? So so I text her, I said, if we're gonna try to get to know each other, you have to be willing to compromise with certain things for the betterment of our relationship, Jay. So I'm like, okay, I'm like, boom, okay, she playing, bro. I call her. No response. I said, cool, I'm falling back, cool. Hey. Then she proceeds to text me, and she says, what could you possibly do for me?
Damn. Honestly, that's I don't even like how that question is even constructed, because now it's given that you want me to prove myself to you or prove my worth. And it's like, frankly, if you're not able to recognize it, if you're not able to perceive value, then honestly, it's not for you. And I completely stand on that. It's like, I don't have to explain these things to you. You're able to recognize it, and then I'm gonna be able to show it to you. You got to give me the opportunity to show it to you. You're not gonna play these games with you of, oh, what do you bring to the table? And then I ask you the same question, and you tell me you are the table. We're not gonna play these games. I want to see what your mind is. I want to see what your philosophies is. Your principles and morals, and then we can go based off of that. And if you can't see my value in that, then honestly, you're not the one for me, baby. Simple.
So with that being said, y'all, I hate when women try, like any woman that I talk to, I hate when women like try to like I hate when women try to, like, if I'm conversing with a woman, I hate when a woman try to position me as if she has more authority within the conversation than I do. Because mind you, we gotta realize something, right? When it comes to any relationship terms, a man supposed to. But with me, a man is going to set the relationship terms, right? A man's going to lay that foundation down. So with that being said, when she positioned herself within the conversation, it was a turn off, because it's like, who are you talking to?
I don't think Jay know.
But in the double back, y'all, I did not know they was friends. This was not no intentional thing that I did.
Right.
I had no idea these two women was friends. And the reason how I knew it was specifically D is because when I went back and looked at our messages,
what happened? What you see?
It said seen. Because now mind you, because here's the thing, right? With D, I left out something. Excuse me, right? When I left her on seeing in regards to her coming over and stuff like that, boom. I followed up like a couple days afterwards, and I asked her, like, D, hey, what you look like? The reason why I asked her that is because on her story, she would look like on her Instagram stuff, she would look good and like look smaller, and on this, and then like on this one, she'll look a bit more plumpier and a bit bigger.
So you wanted to see, what you was gonna get.
Yeah,
that's valid. Nobody want to be catfish. Nobody looking to be deceived. So it's like, if Instagram, you gonna make yourself look the best you can because you're trying to present yourself to other people. So we understand that's not gonna be the real. the internet, this is not real. You know, people put up a facade, they put up a play a character, you know, and then they glamour everything up. They do it for the internet because they know it's not real. So that's completely understandable that you actually want to know what the sister genuinely looks like, you know, before you continue to lead her on if that's how she would feel.
So with that being said, once I asked her, hey Jay, I mean not Jay, AD, what do you look like? Like she didn't she left me on delivered.
She didn't even open.
So how I knew it was her was when I had the conversation with Jay that exact day, around the same time that, you know, me and Jay was talking. Now you know,
back.
Her message say seen 1 hour ago, seen 2 hours ago.
That's crazy because now that's like goes back to that one question. How long have you known?
Exactly.
How long did Jay know? Because now it seemed like you not being genuine. And it's like, how genuine were you?
And you keep questioning my intentions. And
right.
It's like, it's shocking because it's like, there's no way. I mean, I'm not going to say there's no way, right? But hypothetically speaking, you had to be talking to this sister. And then you said this is your friend. So you gotta talk to your friend regularly. This is not something you just decided to blue, y'all. Yeah, let me call her. I haven't talked to her some day. Let me call her and let her know. Cause I've been on and off with Jay. I've been texting her. I've been on and off with Jay a little bit. So you had to tell her, you know, how brother was coming on, you know, how brother was
and
coming.
Honestly, she really can't feel her bringing up the fact that she was talking to her friend.
Yeah.
She can't even, you know, use that as ammunition because you never even set up the link with her friend. Her friend wanted to link with you and you didn't go through it on your part. So that obviously showed that you lacked the interest.
Facts.
So it's like you didn't want to lead her on, oh, come to the crib and I'm just going, you know, even if I know I'm not going to want to date you for real, I'm going to still do, because you got a lot of men out here that be like, okay, if she wants me, I'm going to lay with her. I'm gonna lay with her. Even if I know I'm not going to have genuine feelings, I'm not going to have genuine intentions, and I'm not looking for a relationship, I'm still going to lay with her. I'm not saying me or the brother would do such a thing. This is against our principles, but the thing is, you could have done that. And that would have been able, she would have been able to use that ammunition against you. The thing is, you didn't go that route. So then why would she bring that up as if,
it's
authoritative? Right, as if she can go that route when you deaded that in the butt. Like,
Facts.
you nipped it in the butt.
Facts.
So it's like, what was the importance? But
you know what? Not even to cut you off, it goes back into, why do you keep like, why was she, at the start, right? When she, go text your wife.
Mm-hmm.
It goes back to that. Why are you worried about any relationship that I established with anybody? Your friend didn't tell you, oh yeah, he invited me over and, you know, we got that. Like, it was, you couldn't do any of that.
She couldn't
do any of that, right? You couldn't do any of that. So with that being said,
so what are you trying to catch me in? It seems like she's trying to catch you in I got you moment. But what did you get? I'm a single man. Well, not even a single man. I'm a polygamous man. I'm a polygamous man. And this is things that's known to everybody who's dealing with me. So it's not like it's just like I'm out here just being sneaky or hiding. This is a very known fact about me. And so if me being a polygamous man, if I'm speaking to other women, there is no issue with that. Now, where the issue comes in is now when we begin to become sexual, we become to lie with these women and things like that. And the thing is, you negated that from even happening. With her trying to invite herself over, you cut that off.
Right.
So it's like, it sounds righteous to me. So it's like, where's the I got you? Where is it? She seems like she want to get you with it.
Then another thing was this, right? Another thing was this, right? With this sister, right? You know, if this sister is not, if Jay is not interested, right? Why are you proceeding to ask questions about me and my woman's living arrangement and where we live at? If she's genuinely not interested, why are you asking me if me and her stay in the same crib? You think come on now, like, Lord have mercy. That's all. It was just puzzling to me. Like, okay, if you're not interested, why are you asking me about where my wife live or where I live? You know?
Yeah. So it's like, what are you doing with this information? Is this just entertainment to you? Is this? It goes back to how genuine are you? Because you seem to be interested in what I got with everybody else, and so what me and you got going on. And then when I try to get something going on with me and you want to play it as if I'm coming off ungenuine or I'm coming off just lustful, you know. And it's like, that's a really a misjudgment of my character, and it just shows what type of individual you really are, Jack.
And you know what, y'all? I had to block her.
Hey,
I told her, hey, sister, I don't know what you got going on, sister. I'm not finna explain myself in regards to me talking to your friend. I'm not finna explain myself to any of y'all. Y'all are literally y'all not my wife. I don't even have to explain myself to her.
They just want to play these games, and it's good that you recognize that, and it's good that she exposed herself, you know, trying to play these games. Because it's like, honestly, it just shows what type of character, you know, she has. And it's like, you know, you missed it. I'm only going to give you so much grace until you don't get afforded that. And it's like,
and it's like, why would, like, okay, what, just to, like, bro, why would, okay, a woman sit up here and, okay, what can you possibly do for me? Come on, bro, like,
I don't like how that's constructed.
Like,
it's not.
So
it's like,
are you hoping
not,
like, because mind you, think about it, with the world we live in today, are you hoping that I lead with me talking about how
money?
much? Yeah. Are you
Money?
hoping that I lead with that in regards to me saying how comfortable that you will be under my tutelage?
All right. It's like, you asking a question like that to me, hey, baby, go find out. I don't like to do too much of this, you know, back and forth. Come find out.
Yeah.
Come in these deep waters to see if you can, you know, swim, float, or if there's something you think you can handle.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you know, I don't want to just, you know, talk is cheap over the phone, especially. I like in-person, you know, interaction, communication. You know, it's always feel different when you're able to feel this presence. Like, you feel my presence, it's different. It's different. You know, you react a little different, you know, and it's just like, that's the real, that's the natural. And, you know, that's how I want to interact.
And you know, it was just like, I know emphatically, if me and this girl is face to face, that all that stuff she's saying and like all the trying to act hard, all that's coming down. Like all that shield, all that's coming down.
Oh, it all comes down.
Right? I know that this is a very soft and tender woman. So, and mind you, D is a little bit on the rugged side in regards to, you know, she's a bit more masculine than this woman. You know? So with that being said, I know for a fact D is feeding her this bullshit.
D all up in that ear. Why you letting D be all in that ear? You see, you allow D to block you from your blessings, don't you know? That's another tragic thing about a lot of women nowadays. You know, they really allow another woman to block them from their blessings. You know, and it's tragic. You know, it's like you would rather listen to hey, to really sum it up, misery loves company. It was like D sees that she wasn't able to get you, so guess what D gonna do? She gonna make sure you're not gonna able to get you. Make sure she's not able to get you, and then she's gonna make you seem like you're bad in Jay's eyes. So now Jay don't want you no more. So it's like, you gotta peep these things.
And you know what? And it was just like this, right? It was just a moment where it was just like, damn, like you really missed out, sister. Because I'm like, as far as the specificities, like this brother know the specificities in regards to why I really feel like that, but it's just like you really missed out. Like we like the guidelines and the rules and regulations that me and this brother is obligated to abide by. We don't carry ourselves in regards to just wanting to have sex with any and every woman. No, that's not how we're moving.
It's a bigger purpose.
We're not moving like that, right? So if we do choose to lay down with you, sister.
And listen, there's a big difference between us not doing it and us not being able to do that. Me and this brother, not to be no cocky or egotistical, me and this brother, we get attention. Attention come easy. It's nothing to get attention. So there's a difference between someone who gets no attention and they're not doing that. They can't do that. Me and this brother can do that. Not to be cocky or egotistical or nothing like that. It's just the fact that a lot of people's standards are low today, like low, and it doesn't take much. They are easily deceived. They see glamour and they see sparkly things and shiny things, and that's all it takes for them to be all aboard. But it's really just be, excuse my French, shit covered with glitter. That really be what it is, and that's the thing. Me and this brother really got real substance, real purpose and guidance, and we can only give it to the Most High God, and to this holy book right here. This holy. I know this not what this channel is about necessarily, but hey, we just give it to this holy book, and we found this guidance, and the thing is, we just really looking to be genuine. And from this interaction and from what I'm hearing, it seems like D and J are not genuine individuals, and that's really just a blessing that they something in the past to think about.
And you know what, y'all, we not, like I said, that pretty much summarizes the video, right? And we most definitely coming out with more video, most definitely coming out with more videos, man. Y'all make sure y'all
tune in,
drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Give us some feedback. Ask your questions, of course. To be honest with you,
happy to respond. Happy to see y'all interact.
Most definitely
happy to see y'all interact.
It's two brothers orchestrating and moderating the channel. So come on now, y'all. It don't get no better than that, y'all.
Hey, for sure. But
so,
yeah,
like I said, with that being said, y'all make sure y'all drop a like, comment, and subscribe, y'all. And we out.